If, like me, you struggle to nail focus with a fast lens such as a 50mm 1.4 Summilux, this may be the answer to all your problems. What I'm talking about is this. Hello, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to share with you a small device which may be a game changer for your Leica photography. If, like me, you struggle to nail focus with a fast lens such as a 50mm 1.4 Summilux, or if you're lucky enough to own one, the 50mm f1 or f0.5 Noctilux. Fast 50mm lenses are the same as longer telephoto lenses such as 75mm, 90mm and 135mm are particularly difficult to critically focus because of the limitations we have with the rangefinder focusing system. Depending on what Leica camera you use, you'll be impacted by this effect more on some cameras than on others. If you use a Leica M3, then you can kind of click away now. Please don't, but you could click away now because the Leica M3 has the best Leica rangefinder. And so if you've got a hope of focusing critically with any Leica M camera, your best bet is the Leica M3. If you're not fortunate enough to own a Leica M3, or if, for example, you want to use your digital Leica cameras such as this M240, then there is a little device which will get your camera almost as good as an M3. So what is this magic device I'm telling you about? What I'm talking about is this. This is a Leica rangefinder magnifier that screws onto the viewfinder of your camera, like so. Like that. These Leica Viewfinder magnifiers often come in either 1.25 magnification or 1.4 magnification. I use 1.4 magnification. I have two 1.4 Leica magnifiers. I use one on my Leica M digital camera and one on my Leica M film camera when I'm using both cameras side by side, or if I'm doing, say, a digital wedding, I'd have one magnifier on each camera. What does a viewfinder magnifier do? I guess it does what it says in the tin. It magnifies your view by the magnification specified on the side of the device. So if, for example, your Leica camera has a 0.72 magnification, by timesing it by 1.4, you're now going to have a greater magnification. If you can visualize your viewfinder, you'll see your 28mm frame lines, your 35mm, your 50, and so on. Depending on what lens you use, you may or may not want a viewfinder magnifier. And what I mean by this is, this will roughly convert your viewfinder into a 50mm widest view viewfinder. If you use 35mm lenses or wider, you don't need this because, one, you don't need to critically focus if you're using a wide lens, because your depth of field is greater. If you're using fast 50mm lenses or longer lenses, then these are extremely beneficial because, as I say, it converts your standard viewfinder view into like a 50mm widest view, and it'll also make the rangefinder patch appear bigger in the viewfinder, thereby making it easier to critically focus, if you can follow that. I personally don't use Leica M cameras without these. And I rely on them 100% for my focusing. I could be using a 90mm f2 lens, Noctilux, 75mm Summilux Apo. All of these lenses need critical focus, and this is your best hope of getting your photos in focus. In terms of fitting, the standard Leica M viewfinder magnifier will fit most Leica M cameras, but not all. So this device will fit, say, a Leica M4P, Leica M6, and then all the film cameras that came after the Leica M6. It will fit a digital Leica M8, a Leica M9, Leica M240, but take note, these do not fit on a Leica M10. Leica M3, you don't need one because the viewfinder is already amazing, and it's already 50mm size anyway. And the Leica M10 has a larger diameter viewfinder, meaning the older Leica magnifier will not fit. I'm sure they do one that's specific for the Leica M10. I don't own the Leica M10, so I'm not aware of the details on that, but check on Google, I'm sure that they must exist. So if you're somebody that always stops down their f1.4 lens to f2.8 because you miss focus at 1.4, or you avoid using your 90mm lens because you miss focus because you can't see, because the rangefinder patch is so small and the frame lines are so small, this may be the answer to all your problems. As a disclaimer, if you buy this and you still miss focus at f1.4, f1.0 on a 50mm lens, there's a good chance your rangefinder in the camera needs adjusting because it's not aligning to the lens, meaning you're misfocusing because the camera is out of alignment, not because you cannot see. That has also happened to me. I've had cameras in the past that needed readjustment before I could get images in focus. So if I can find a link for these, check the description, and I highly recommend these if you're a Leica M shooter. And the beauty is they just screw on and off. So say you have a Leica M240 and a Leica M6, such as the two I have here. You only need one and you can swap it between the two. Because I leave my magnifier on the camera, I don't bother with any other attachments, but it's actually designed with a kind of safety cord and a little pouch, so when you're using, say, a wider lens, you clip the pouch with the magnifier in onto your camera strap out of the way, and then it's ready for when you need it. But personally, as soon as I buy them, I take the cable off and I leave it permanently attached to the camera. As with everything Leica branded, they are not the cheapest, but if it means you can use your camera or you can't use your camera, in terms of there'd be no point me having a Noctilux lens if I didn't have this, because I wouldn't be able to focus accurately. I think cost is a small thing when you get all the enjoyment from being able to use your camera as it was designed for. Kind of nailing focus on a 50mm f1 is quite a nice satisfying feeling, I guess, or the Summilux 51.4. So I touched on this in a previous video, but I just wanted to put this together so that anybody that was in a similar boat to me when I first got my Leica M9 camera and I struggled to see on my 50mm lenses and my 90mm lens, this is the answer. As with all my videos, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. If you've used these yourself or you have some thoughts, drop me a comment. And if you've not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.